Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial. I'm going to be creating the Scylla card in the TV series Prison Break. So we'll go ahead and open up Design Spark. We're going to be creating this model in millimeters. Okay, we'll go ahead and create a new design. Then we're going to change it to the plan view. And then I have a drawing that we're going to use as a reference. We're kind of going to make this card our own. I'm going to try to stick close to the original, but I'm going to kind of do my own design. Okay, we'll pull that card in there. Just going to kind of push it off to the side, and then we'll start creating this. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rectangle tool, and then we'll come over from here. We're going to have to probably blow this up because this is pretty small. It's only 25 millimeters, but and then we'll go 14. All right, now we'll move the drawing over a little bit. Okay, right to there. Now we're going to go get the create rounded corners, and then we'll do a fillet on here. Well, 2 millimeters looks good. So we'll go 2 millimeters all the way around. All right, now we have the base of this. So we're going to basically be extruding this at different levels. This kind of a grayish color here, light gray, is going to be extruded thicker than say this part here or this part here. So we need to keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get the rectangle tool. We'll define from center. And let me put some lines out here so I know exactly where the center is. We'll just go across like this. And then we'll come back to the rectangle tool, define from center. We'll put it right from the midpoint there. And then we'll pull this out here. And I guess 10 by 15 is good. Yeah, 10 by 15. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and roll around these corners as well. So we'll get the corner rounder, or create rounded corners. I don't know if I want to go 2 millimeters, maybe 1. We'll do a 1 millimeter fillet on all these corners. All right, now let's get rid of this line here. Don't need that. Okay, so we created this outer box, the inside box. Now we need to create these little cutouts. So we'll go ahead and get a line. Let's put a line in the middle here so we can turn it on as a mirror line. And that way we only have to draw half of the work. So we'll go ahead and set as mirror, get our line tool, and we'll start from here. We'll come over, we'll go right to the corner there, but we'll overdraw it. Okay, like this. All right, so now we're going to round these corners a little bit, trim these off. Now we'll do the bottom one here. Let's go ahead and get the line tool. We'll go from there over. And then we'll come down like this. You can overdraw, that's good, right there. Now we're going to get the trim away tool. And let's trim away this here. And then we'll trim away these here. I'm going to get rid of this mirror line, don't need it. Alright, so now you have your basic stuff to be able to do this part. Let's put some screw holes in there. Let's turn off the, let's actually, you know what I want to do now is probably shouldn't have got rid of that mirror line. We're going to go ahead and put 2 mirror lines in here from the midpoints. And then I'm going to turn them both on as mirror lines. So turn this one on as a mirror. We're going to turn this one on as a mirror. So now we have this part here. Now we're going to go ahead and get our circles, turn off the snap to grid or snap to guidelines. Then we're going to create just maybe a 1 millimeter. So now we have them on all the corners. Okay, I think that's all what we need for this part here. So we'll go ahead and get rid of these mirror lines. Let me go Control minus. So this is going to be the top. This is going to be the back. So we'll use that as a reference for the back. So okay, now we're going to move this. Let's move it out of the way. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go to pull. And then we're going to spin this a little bit. Give it a little spin. Okay, now we're going to pull this piece here the most. So we'll go pull from both sides. And we want to make that probably, I think maybe 2.5 millimeters. Let's see how thick that is. It's supposed to be a card. I think that's too thick, so we're going to go 2. Okay, so 2 millimeters should be fine. It's supposed to be a computer card, so we don't want to go too thick on this. All right. So now you're going to go ahead and extrude these 2 pieces here from both sides. So go pull. Both sides, they need to be less than 2, so maybe we'll do 1.5. Make sure that that's 1.5 might be too thick. So let's go 1. Let's try 1. Maybe 0.8. Okay, 0.8 is a little bit better. It's supposed to be just kind of a. Okay, that's good. 1.8. Now we're going to do the same on this one here. We're going to extrude it and do from both sides and type in 0.8. And then we'll go ahead and spin this. I want it to be inset a little bit. Actually, you know what? That should probably be extruded. So let's undo that. And then pull from both sides. What do I got there? 3. Let's just do 3. I'm going to go ahead and spin this. Take a look at it. Yeah, that's good. 3. And then I could put a fillet around it. And then that should be good right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom in. So Control plus. And then we'll pan down. Let's start putting some details in this on this. So we're going to go ahead and click till everything is selected. Go to pull. And then we'll put a small fillet in there, 0.2. Okay, now let's go ahead and spin this. We'll do the same on this one here. 0.2. All right. I'm going to spin that around. We're going to do the same on this here. Type in 0.2. And then do the same here. 0.2. Now let's spin this. Let's pan it over. Okay, now we're going to, we need to put these little pins in here. Right there. And then this is kind of going to be a spot where you can see through. So you're going to be able to see this on the, you're going to be able to see that through this. All right, so now we're going to go, let's go ahead and get rid of these holes here. Don't need those. Hold down your Control key, get all these, then hit delete. Actually, I'm wondering if we should have left those there. We need to put screws in there. All right, well, we'll deal with that later. So this looks pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and go to top view. All right, I'm going to draw these pieces here, and then I'm going to move them over. So let's get, let's go to our zoom, and let's zoom in here. All right, let's grab this rectangle tool. Turn off the snaps if you have them on. Let's turn off the snap to angle. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's zoom in one more zoom. Let's pan down. Let's go ahead and get our okay, that's good there. So we're going to create something like this and just kind of step it over. So looks like the space is the same up to here and then it jumps. So let's go ahead and just copy these. Actually undo. It's Control minus. Let's go ahead and do a Control C, Control V, and then move it over. Actually, let me just do this, create a pattern. We'll go over to here, and then we're going to do 4. Actually, that should be 5. Okay, so we got 5 there. Now let's go ahead and get couple more over here. So we'll select this one. Actually, we got to draw another one. Let's go ahead and get our rectangle tool. These could be a little bit wider. So we'll do these. Select that one, do Control C, Control V, grab the move. Let's move this over. Control V will put back the other one that you took. And now we have to draw these lines, so let's Control plus. Let's go ahead and excuse me. Let's go ahead and get the line tool here. I'll just pull that down to there like this. And then get the line tool from here, go from midpoint straight down. Midpoint straight down. Go from the midpoint there straight down. And then let's get the line tool again. Let's go from here down and then over. It doesn't really matter. Excuse me. It doesn't matter if you overdraw because we're going to trim that stuff off. We'll go straight down and then over. And then do the last one, which is over here. We'll come over here straight down, over like this. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and offset this stuff. So we need to zoom in one more time. Pan down. Go ahead and get the offset tool. And select both of those. Let's undo. Undo. Okay, get the offset. Let's go 0.7. Ooh, that was not 0.07. 0.07. Then we'll do this one, 0.07. And then we'll do this one up here, 0.07. Okay, we need to do all those. So let's go ahead and get rid of that one. And then we'll offset. Let's offset these. Okay, let's get both of these by holding down the Shift key or Control key. 0.07. And then we'll do these. Hold down the Alt Control key. 0.07. And then we'll do the same here. Let's get both of these. Hold down Control. 0.07. And then we'll do the same this way. couple more to go and you're done. So we'll go 0.07. Do this one, 0.07, and then do these. This last one over here. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you can just trim this stuff off. So we're going to come over here like this. Just put a straight line across. Go to get your trim away, and then we're going to trim away just this stuff here. Get rid of that one in the middle. Don't need that. And you don't need these either, so get rid of those. One in the middle, this one here. Okay, this one you're going to have to extend, so go ahead and get your extend tool. And then go from there to there. Then get your trim away, and then trim away these pieces. Plus those little, tiny little nibs. Okay, so now you have your part. So let's go Control minus, and then go to your 3D mode. Now you're going to grab these. Let's move these out of the way. So just click and move those. Looks like something happened in my line there. It didn't get trimmed. I'm just going to copy that one. Yeah, I'll just copy that one. That's fine. So we'll get rid of this one. Delete, and then you're going to grab this one. Do a Control C, Control V, go to your move, and then just drag this over. Right to there. Okay, now you have all the pieces that you need to move. So we're going to go move. We're going to click on those, all those. We're going to drag them over. Let's zoom in so we can see, and then we'll pan over. Okay, now we're going to move these up. Then we're going to move them over so they're centered in there. Do a Control plus, let's pan over. And then one more move, and then we'll go ahead and give these some close to that line right there, but not touching. Okay, now we'll go ahead and spin these. All right, now we're going to go ahead and pull. Let's pull these about 0.54, just so we can barely see them. All right, those are going to be the little pins. Should probably have pulled from both sides and had them over here too. Let's undo that. Let's do one undo. Let's pull from both sides. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's go ahead and spin. Doesn't look like it's centered in there. All right, so let me do an undo here. Okay, let's spin this. Let's get back to this point. It should have pulled from both sides because it looks like it's in the center. Maybe it just clicked off of it. Let's go to there. Sometimes it does that. Okay, yeah, it's working. So let's go ahead and do 0.51 millimeters. And then we'll go ahead and spin that, make sure that the pins are on both sides. Okay, they are on both sides. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I want to chamfer this. So it's kind of at a little bit of a point like that, 0.26. And then I want to chamfer this one here, 0.26, enter. Just so it'll make it easier to go into the computer. All right, so let's go here, go to top view. All right, so you got your pins. You're gonna put screws in there. Now you're gonna do your this part here. So let me go ahead and spin this. I want to actually copy this and then extrude it in a little bit. So let's go Control plus, let's pan over, and let's go to offset. Let's offset 0.55, 0.55, 0.55. You're going to do your kind of your own version of this. And then just click these till they go into the spots. Okay, so you got that. So now what I want to do is I want to pull this. I want to pull that in so there's a window in here. And we'll go, let's do 0.6. That was weird. 0.64. Okay, we'll go 0.64. So this is where we're going to put our graphics for this. So we'll go ahead and go to the top view. All right, now we're going to put, now we need to go to CorelDRAW, which I created some graphics already. So we'll go ahead and open up the circuitry board here. Now I need to see, do Control minus. Let's go ahead and go to Design Spark and see how big this piece is here. We're going to have to measure. So let's go from there to there. Okay, so this is 13.5 millimeters tall. Okay, so we'll undo that. Let's go to here. Let's go to right mouse click, grid setup or ruler setup. Let's go from inches to millimeters. And then let's draw this box here. 13.5, so it's going to have to be pretty small. So let's go ahead and select that. And let's just scale that down. Put that right there. Control plus. Okay, so this is the window right here. So we want it to go within that window. That's probably good right here. Okay, so now we're going to export this. So let's go to File Export. Export as SVG to the desktop. Click there. Click OK there. Now we're going to minimize that. Let's minimize that. Let's open up FreeCAD. Let's minimize this. Let's go to the FreeCAD. Okay, let's click on the new there. Let's move this over. Let's go ahead and grab that circuit logo, drag it into place. Check the SVG as geometry box. Now we're going to select all. We're going to do save as, or we're going to do export, sorry. Then we're going to change, we're going to do a steep. We'll just call this test. Make sure it works on the desktop, export. Okay, now we're going to open up Design Spark. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. Don't need these anymore. Well, actually, I need it for the back part. But let's go ahead and just pan over for now. Let's Control plus, pan over. Let's go ahead and click here and then go to the file. And let's go ahead and change this file types to step. We're going to double click that test and then we're going to say OK. It's going to import these into here. And then we're going to go ahead and select these, drag a marquee around these, and then we're going to fill them. Then we select them again, and then we're going to move these over to here. It looks like they need to be kind of squished a little bit, but that's okay. I think we can scale these. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way. Go to Pool, go to Scale. Make it a little bit smaller, maybe 94%. Okay, now we're going to go to move. We're going to click on that, drag it in there. And still needed to go smaller. Okay, so let's go back to pull. Let's go to the scale body. Scale another 93. Go to move. Let's move this over. This is still not the right size. I still need to scale it smaller. Okay, go to pull. Scale body. Alright, that should be good. Now go to move. Normally what you would do is just do this in CorelDRAW so you're sure that it's right. So we'll go ahead and spin that. Now we're going to put a little bit of a pull on this. So I'm still in the scale. Let's undo that. Let's click off of it. Go to pull. I'm still in that scale body. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go to... Okay, let's just do this. Alright, now go to pull here. Alright, let's spin this. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to control minus. Let's get rid of these. Let's go to your select. Get rid of these. Delete. Let's go do a control plus. What I want to do is add a little bit more height to this window here. So we're going to go pull. I'm going to click on that. Drag it up a little bit. So there's some clearance between that and the circuitry. Looks like there is. And then I want to add a fillet here. .22. All right, this looks pretty good. Now what we could do is this only has to go in the computer to here, so that's not going to get in the way. What we could do is put a thin little glass on here. So when I render this in Rhino, I could do glass here and then just do this circuitry as a different color. All right, so we're going to spin this around to the back, put in the other details, and then we'll be done. Let's pull this over. Okay, you just need to put those little lines right there, and then you're done. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll spin this around. Let me save this just so it doesn't crash. Okay, now we're going to go, you know, I don't know if I want to add those little lines. I think this is fine like this. So we are going to pull this a little farther. And then just zoom in. Let's go ahead and add that fillet there around the outside, and then we'll be done. .2. Let's put in 0.22 like the top. Okay, now that's going to end today's tutorial. We'll go back to the top view. This is going to be our prison break Scylla card. And hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got some useful tips out of this. The only other thing I'm going to add is probably add some screws in here. But I can do that at another time. Okay, thanks for watching.